I just been ballin' out every season. Know it's some niggas I left in the bleachers. I just been married to double cup. I gotta pour me a 4 inside another liter. Tie up the bands and then run it up. I gotta put the new bells inside of the freezer. Back at the trap, I was ducking them people, ducking the birds, sending out the meat.
I'm back. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning and I have school in 5 hours. Oh my God. I'm gonna ignore that text. I want to talk about my father and how he has impacted my life. Let me close my door. Sorry if my titties bouncing. Oh my God. I'm gonna be right back. Okay. I had to handle something. But I want to talk about my father. So, my mom tells me stories to this day, and no, I don't really know him. But my father is a very emotional topic. Like, my 18th birthday that just passed, I was sitting at the table after I blew my candles out, just sitting there crying, and I'm just like, there's something missing from my life. My mom was like, what? And I just looked and I said, my father. Like, it's really hard not having a male in your life. It's like you have to have a female to try to teach you what to do as a female, but also teach you how to avoid shit like a male. Like, and it's hard for my mom, and I understand, but at the same time, it's not the same. It's like, you're not giving me everything that I need, and it's coming from a female, and it would be better if it was coming from a male. But when I was 4, my dad, I remember me and my mom was in the car with my dad, and she went to go drop him off somewhere. And it was like, all I remember was a big ass building with gates around it. And I didn't know it was jail at the time. Just thought he was going somewhere. And I remember saying, can I go with you? And he's just like, no, baby girl, not this time. And stuff like that. Then I remember living in one of my old houses in Lawrenceville on Bell Road. It was like a big yellow house. And I remember him supposed to be getting out of jail and marrying my mama, and his sentence got extended. But he ended up coming home for a weekend and seeing us. And I've seen him a couple times after that as well at my godmother's house. But I never really, like, I didn't understand at a young age. Most people that got it good with both parents, like, you really don't understand what people that only have one parent go through. And it could be worse. Like, I could have no parents. Some people have no parents, and I root for y'all. I really do. But knowing that your parent is alive and out there and don't give a fuck about you, that shit hurts in another way. And I remember that my dad started writing me in elementary school around 4th or 5th grade, and we wrote back and forth for about 2 to 3 years. And then all of a sudden the writing stopped. And I was in 6th grade going into 7th grade, and it affected me really bad, and it turned me hateful. Like, I turned into a hateful person in middle school. I was getting suspended every week, especially in 7th grade. Like, I was doing shit. I was skipping. I was throwing calculators at people, putting pencil shavings in people's hair, talking back to fucking teachers, writing on desks. I got suspended mostly for stupid stuff, but at the same time, that's not me. It turned me into a person that I never wanted to be. Never pictured myself to be. I was always a sweet girl. A/B on a roll all through elementary school. Aced my tests. Like, that's the type of person I am. And I let my father make me lose track of myself. made me fall off of my academics, and it kind of affected me. But the last 2 years in high school, I've been okay in my academics. Like, last semester I didn't get anything under a B at all, and it took me a while to pull my act together. But my father has been in and out of my life, and I made a choice a couple of years ago to just seize him from my life for good, because I couldn't take the pain of him having a relationship with me, or wanting to have a relationship with me, but won't take care of the responsibilities. For my birthday, he sent me $140 a couple of years ago for Tim's. They sitting right there. But yeah, he sent me money for Tim's. And I was still talking to him after that. But he told my mother that he felt used. You feel used for buying your daughter something? Like, you've never bought me shit before. I remember one time I went to his house. I don't even remember it fully, but this is when I was in my godmother's house, and my godmother let him take me for a little while. He took me by like Dollar Tree and stuff, got me hair bows and little stuff. And I really didn't care, because I'm like, I'm with my daddy, yo. Like, he's actually wanting to spend time with me. I don't really care about money. I've never been about money. I'll never be about money. I don't care about money at all from anybody. Anybody that I mess with, I'm not attracted to money. If you're flexing your money too much, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. I'd rather spend my money on you than you spend your money on me. But some people are different. There's some people out here that want you for your money. There's some people out here that use people for money. And that's never been me. I've always been very independent with myself. So I understand if he couldn't do it. But it's like he's missed all these years, and I'm still debating to this day whether or not if I want to have him in my life, because it's like, you missed all this time of me growing up, and now that I'm 18, it's, you want to know me, you want to have a relationship with me. And it's always a constant fight between my father and my mother. Like, my mother's always talking down on him, telling me when I was a baby, he used to leave for weekends, take the car, leave us at home sick. My godmother had to come help us, bring me ginger ale. And there was other people involved. It wasn't just my godmother, but I just can't remember who they were. And then you have my father trying to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to my mom. My mom gets child support checks from me, and I don't ever receive them. And my mom always pushes him away from me. But my mom has always wanted what's best for me. My mom has never wanted anybody to hurt me. And that's just the type of person she is. She tries to protect me from something that hasn't even happened yet. If you get what I'm saying. Like, it gets annoying for a female. Because it's like, why can't you just let me make my own mistakes? Why can't you just let me go out here, live my life, and let me learn for myself, instead of you just trying to fix everything for me before it happens? And I did learn the hard way with one thing, but she also ruined it in another way. And I guess I'll talk about my mom in the video too. Me and my mom have a very, very rocky relationship. My mom is bipolar. She used to take medication for it. She hasn't taken her medication in some years. But it's like I'm another her. And it's hard for parents to cope when it's two of the same people. And it's, I don't know. She has a lot of anger built up inside of her, but she's had so much stuff happen to her. Her boyfriend died of a drug overdose. I mean, her mother died. I'm the one that found my grandmother laying there waving a coffee pot in the air at 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to get ready for school. And I keep thinking, like, what if I would have said something to her? What if, before she fell out, what if it changed anything? There's a lot of stuff that's happened in my life. Like, my childhood was good, but then again bad at the same time. And my father was never there for me. Never. And I'm at the point in my life where I just want to experience everything. Like, I asked my father, I'm sorry, I'm hitting my nails a lot. I asked my father for my brother's information because I have a brother on my father's side. He lives in Texas. He's 21 years old, and he is very smart. Like, he is so fucking smart. He's an engineer, something, dealing with technology. I'll put a picture up here of him that he sent me. And he's my dad's twin for real. But my dad always goes out to see him. But then again, he's 21. He's grown. He can do what he wants. If he wants his father to come see him, he can do that. And maybe that's why my dad wants to be in my life now. But I recently started talking to my dad. He wished me a happy birthday on my 18th birthday. And it took me a while to respond. A lot of people know that I've been very emotional with my father. Like, a couple of years ago, I was sitting at a table with all my male friends, and one of them had pulled a picture of him up off Google because my dad is a registered sex offender. So he had his picture on Google, and one of my friends had pulled the picture up on Google and set it in the middle of the table. And it was funny at first, but then I just started crying like, really? But he's recently started talking to me, and I'm kind of slowly letting up. And I kind of want him to be in my life now. It's just, even though I've dealt with so much without him, you still gonna need him at the end of the day. You're gonna need your parent at the end of the day. Your parent is always gonna love you. He may have a hard time showing it, or she may have a hard time showing it. But I mean, it's not like that you can't love your child. But then again, there's some people out here right now that's killing their children because they won't stop crying or something like that. Letting children fall out the backseat of their car and still driving. Like, how do you not see that your child is falling out in the car seat that isn't even buckled in the damn seat? And I told him, I want you to come to my graduation. My father lives in Colorado now. I told him, I said, I'm gonna send you a ticket to my graduation. It's your choice to show or not. If you do, it will help me depict if I want a relationship with you or not. But I'm kind of talking to him now anyway. And I'm talking to my brother as well. And last summer, I got in contact with my dad's side of the family. I started to think to myself, like, I go to my hometown every summer, Manassas, Virginia. And I always think to myself, like, I have family here that I can get to know. So I called my mama one night. I was in the bathtub. I'm like, Mom, I want to reach out to some of my dad's side of the family. I don't know them. And I don't need my father to know them. I'm sorry. I'm almost grown now. Like, this is a decision that I have to make for myself. She gave me my uncle's information. And a few days later, I ended up going to their house and seeing them. One of the people that lived there, well, 2-3 of the people that lived there didn't even know that he had a daughter. And that hurts me as well. Like, I'm 18 years old. He just posted my graduation pictures, and somebody commented under his post because his caption was, "So proud of my baby girl. Congrats to my daughter, Autumn Lee Miranda." Somebody commented and said, "Your daughter?" with a question mark. We need to talk. Are you serious? Like, are you just joking with me right now? But I can't expect somebody to brag on me if I won't even open up and let them in. I'm so quick to throw up a guard in front of me because I'm scared people are gonna hurt me. But then again, I'm dumb enough to not throw the guard up and just go with it. But I ended up going to meet my uncle and his son, which is my cousin. Yeah. And me and my cousin have each other on our social medias. And I went through some baby pictures that were at the house as well of my great-grandpa holding me and stuff. And I found out that day that they had passed away. My great-grandpa and great-grandmother always loved me. Like, they always sent me cards for my birthday whenever they could when I was younger. And I sat in the same chair that my papa held me in when I was a baby. It was a great experience for me, and I really loved it. And it's amazing how you can meet new people as you progress in life because of simple decisions that you make. Like, it was hard for me. I ended up crying. And it is an emotional type of thing that somebody has to go through. Nobody should ever have to go through that type of thing. But I don't know. It is what it is. But me and my mother have a rocky relationship. We don't get along at all. We argue almost about every day. And she's really starting to stress me out, like right now in this point in life, senior year, prom, college, and all the stress is being put on her is being put on me as well. I started seeing a therapist to talk about things because I don't really have a big circle. Me talking to people that I'm cool with, it just doesn't help me enough because they know me and I'm gonna hear everything the same way. So I started to go to somebody that actually has dealt with these type of things and knows what they're talking about and stuff. I've took advice from my friends, I really have, but it's just different. And my therapist is really helping me. Like, I'll see her with a big smile on my face. She's a getaway for me. And I go to her and she just, I love when people ask me questions. Ask me all the questions you want. Like, every boy that I start talking to, I be like, yo, ask me some questions. What you want to know? They be like, I don't got no questions to ask. That's a motherfucking lie. Everybody got a question that they want to know. What's your favorite color? How many bodies you got? How many boys you talk to? What's your favorite food? Stuff like that. Like, little things matter. But I'm gonna give my father a chance. I may have grown up without him, but I really need him. And it's my choice to see if I want him in my life or not, or if he's gonna mess it up, or if he's gonna show me that he's the same person that he used to be. And he wants to fly me out to Colorado this summer. Kinda iffy about it. He wants me to come for a month. He said he'll pay my bills for that month. I ended up telling my mother, and she said, I fucking knew this was coming. If you go, you're not gonna have a place to stay when you get back. Like, it's like a hatred type of thing between them. How you gonna tell me that it's up to me if I have a relationship with my father, or if I want to forgive my father and start talking to him and get to know him, but then you get mad when I do? I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully everything turns out better for me. I think it will. I'm just gonna trust my mind and my heart and hope that this takes me a long way in life. And we don't even have to talk on an everyday basis, but as long as I know that you're there and that you love me and that people know about me, I'm good. That's all that matters. Thought I'd just talk about that. Thanks for watching. I'll have a future video about him in a couple months, if anything happens. Bye.
I just been ballin' out every season. Know it's some niggas I left in the bleachers. I just been married to double cup. I gotta pour me a 4 inside another liter. Tie up the bands and then run it up. I gotta put the new bells inside of the freezer. Back at the trap, I was ducking them people, ducking the birds, sending out the meat.